Hey, what's up guys? Valley Flying here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. Hey, if this is your first time here, welcome. Glad you can make it, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I do a new video in the future. Some good stuff on Marvel Strike Force coming up. And if this is you're returning, welcome back. This is episode 4 of the Building the Perfect Team series. Now, if you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, what I want to do in each episode is build the perfect team based on some requirements that I set for the episode. Now, this one is kind of a surprise because I had a few things lined up, but we got notification of this event yesterday. Keep leaving those comments, guys, because I do want to get to this, but I thought this was a little more important because this is something that's happening in 6 hours and is most likely going to happen again. So while you probably can't farm a team too much better than what you have right now, this will prepare you for the next one because gold is a huge bottleneck in this game. And based on the way Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes does it and based on what I've seen in the data mine, I think this event will be coming back. Now, the way Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes does it, they have this event come about every week or so. I'm not sure if it was like that in the beginning though. So we will see how often they bring this event back. But this is huge because that bottleneck of gold is very real. It is going to affect you from a very low level player all the way up to max roster. You're going to need gold for whatever you want. So this is a big event. Let's go take a look at the data mine though. I mentioned that this shouldn't be a huge surprise. This data mine was done about a month ago, so some of the things might have changed. What it was back then was just pay the event where you could earn a ton of gold. Didn't mention anything about Mercenary, the Mercenary faction, although probably could have guessed that because they're not in here. Kree and Mercenaries are the only ones that aren't really in this. Also, we could expect a few things coming up. Training modules, you need hand for that. Ability materials, we need those as well. Unfortunately, this requires aim characters, and the aim characters are kind of sucky. So I don't know if it's worth putting that resources into aim just for this event that will be coming up. Who knows when? Scientist Supreme Hydra War. It doesn't make sense for it to be Scientist Supreme, but it does make sense for it to be for Red Skull. He's in the game. We're going to unlock, well, according to the data mine, we're going to unlock Nick Fury with shield characters. And it just makes sense that this is going to be for Red Skull. Could change, could be something totally different in the future. Same thing with this Nick Fury event. And with that, it also makes sense that Iron Man should be farmed from Avengers, not shield, because if you have shield required for Nick Fury and shield required for Iron Man, just, I don't know. You're getting 2 bangs for your buck. I think having Iron Man released from Avengers characters makes more sense. Anyway, but that is what is coming up as far as team. Again, we don't have any confirmation on the dates. We don't have any confirmation that this is going to stay there. But as far as the data mine 1 month ago, this is what was there. So this shouldn't be a huge surprise. Let's go back to the game and look at the team though. We need mercenaries for this event. Let's build up a good mercenary team. So these are who we have. We're going to pick 5, leave 2 out. Who can we farm? I think Deadpool is the best character amongst this group. Very good character. Now, most people, I don't know if you're going to have him unlocked at this point, but I think by the next mercenary event, most people will have him unlocked, so he is going to be on the team. As you can see from my mercenaries, I haven't really built them up, but this gold is such a huge, important part of the game. And the other thing is mercenaries, they're not that bad. All of these characters are, at the very worst, decent characters, so it's not going to hurt you too much building up this mercenary squad. Not like a shield squad or a aim squad that you really have no use for it outside of event. I think you can have some use for this squad outside of this event. Maybe as a B or C team for your blitz. Maybe just to have some fun in arena, just to switch up the teams. But anyway, Deadpool, he's on the team. Karath, he's on the team. He does some tricky things to get around tanks. And there's no Dispeller on this team to remove the taunt, so you're going to have to be a little tricky with the way you use Deadpool and Karath. I think you need both of these guys on this team just to overcome any dispel that this team has. There's none right now. All right, Mercenary Lieutenant, one of the better characters in the game. He gives them either energy on his attack, or he gives them a buff of speed and offense up. I think you need him on the team. And then I think the last one that you really need is Mercenary Riot Guard, because you really have no protection on this team. They're all kind of squishy, except for Mercenary Riot Guard. He has the highest health and the highest armor of anybody in the Mercenary class, so I think you need to bring him along. Now the last question is, who are we going to fill this 5th spot is? And before this video, I didn't settle on a team, so I'm going to figure out the 5th spot during this video. Mercenary Soldier. The reason he's good is he has kind of an AoE attack. It's not really an AoE attack. It's just a burst damage where you're hitting adjacent targets, but I think he does have some value in that. Mercenary Sniper has high damage on a single target. Bullseye has some high damage on a single target as well. Relies more on crits than just pure damage. Single target damage or some burst damage. That's basically your choices, I think. Let's go take a look at their speed and their turn order, then take a look at their kits. All right, so Karath is going first. He's going before anybody right now except for another Karath because he has that speed on spawn. So on his very first turn, he's having that speed up, which means he's going before Black Widow because Black Widow doesn't get it until her first turn. Which means he's also faster than any other character in this game on the first turn. So let's take a look at his kit, and here it is. He has a couple choices that you could do on turn 1. Target lock is a good move, but I probably wouldn't use this on turn 1. What it does is apply taunt to a target, which means that you're going to be having to attack that target unless someone else on the field has taunt. The only one that's going to have taunt on turn 1 is Drax, and I haven't played the event. My guess is Drax is not going to be in this event, though. Maybe I'm wrong, but if it's not going to help anything because you're going to have to attack Drax with that first move if he has that pre-taunt. So your choices come down to takedown shot, where you apply a heal block, you do some big damage, and there's this 50% chance to apply ability block. So that is what you're basing this decision off. The other one is an attack with some piercing, but you have a 90% chance to apply slow. So do you want a 90% chance to slow a target, or do you want to have 50% chance to ability block a target? It really depends on who you're facing, and since this event hasn't come out yet, we don't know what the enemies are. Maybe there's someone that data mined the event that knows who we're facing, but I don't know who we're facing, so it really will depend on the team. Let's go back to the speed. Next on the speed is Deadpool. So let's go take a look at his kit. All right, so Deadpool. Now, I'm also going to leave a comment in the section. I'm going to sticky the comment, put it at the top in the section down below once I figure out who is in this event, who we have to face. So if you want to find a replacement for Deadpool that you can farm all the time, I will leave that in the comments down below. But as of right now, Deadpool is on the team. I think he's a solid addition. So his choice, you also have 2 moves that you could use. You have his basic attack, which has an 80% chance to do a bonus attack. And you're always going to crit versus minions. I think there's going to be a lot of minions in this challenge. All right, so the other move, I think this is going to be your better choice depending on how the team is set up, depending where they're laid out, and if they have a bunch of adjacent targets or that they could chain to. I think this is going to be the way to go. Attack primary target for 230% damage. Chain 3 to 4 additional targets for 160% damage. And if it's a minion, going to apply bleed. So I think you're going to open with this move. Unless you got like an isolated tank, Drax that's just on his own and he has that taunt up. I think you would just use this one. But other than that, I think you would use this hack and slash and go up and down the line and just get that target being attacked. So next on the turn is either Bullseye, if we choose to have him on the team, or Mercenary Lieutenant. Let's take a look at Bullseye first, though. Here he is. Okay, so his kit is pretty simple. He's got high damage, and even higher damage. It does have a 4-turn cooldown, though. So you're getting to attack with a big target, with a big damage, single target damage with Mercenary Sniper a little quicker than with Bullseye because of this cooldown. So there's nothing really special here. He's just a big single target damage attacker. So let me skip over him right now. I mean, yeah, this in a team with the Dispeller, I think Bullseye can work. Because you don't have a Dispeller though, I think you need to be a little more tricky. And I think the way I'm leaning towards right now is using Mercenary Sniper or Mercenary Soldier. One, Mercenary Sniper, he's gonna get that big shot right off a cooldown. So you could use this right away. It has some piercing. Or Frag Grenade, which is gonna do some damage to adjacent targets. So this might be the way to go. Again, I haven't decided yet, but let's figure out the rest after. All right, let's go to Mercenary Lieutenant. This guy's definitely on the team. Cover fire, attack energy, granting ability energy to an ally. This is a very good basic attack, but this is also a very good special where you're giving offense up to 4 allies for 1 turn and applying speed up to 4 allies for 1 turn. So good stuff. He's also having a chance to heal. At this point though, probably not gonna have a huge need for this. They probably haven't done a lot of damage, but having that there, being able to heal the lowest health ally is good. And because they're all mercenaries, it's gonna be for 30% of the max health instead of 20. Alright, so next guy that we're gonna bring on the squad is Mercenary Riot Guard. So he is kind of like a not as good version of Captain America. He has a big attack on his basic. He has a taunt and defense up on self for 2 turns. Captain America does that, and he's going to give defense up to the rest of his allies. The only thing he doesn't do is give energy to the rest of his allies, but the good thing, this is only a 2-turn cooldown for this move. And he also gets that block chance similar to Captain America. So, not much to be said about him. He's a tank. He's going to attack and taunt, depending on the squad, because you definitely want to try to get a 3-star in these events. If he's close to dying, you probably don't want to taunt. You probably just want to attack. Let's go back and look at their stats, because I'm still not sure who the 5th spot is going to be. Bullseye, he does some decent damage. The biggest damage, though, is from Mercenary Sniper. Mercenary Soldier even does a little more damage than Bullseye. So I think just right now, Bullseye is out of the team, and it's going to come down to Mercenary Sniper or Mercenary Soldier. Mercenary Soldier is a little quicker, doesn't do as much damage. He has a little bit more armor. Mercenary Sniper has almost 0 armor. It's less than 1,000, so not really taking off a lot. Mercenary Soldier has more health, a little bit more tanky. I think I'm going to go with Mercenary Soldier just because he has that adjacent target damage, and you don't really have a debuffer with the team. So let's move him up to the squad right here. And this, I think, is going to be the team. We're starting with Karath. Deadpool's going next. Then comes Mercenary Lieutenant. And then comes Mercenary Soldier. He's going to have that offense up for his Frag Grenade. And again, it depends on the situation, whether you want to use this single target attack first or this adjacent target attack first. But he will have offense up for this first turn. So it really depends what you're going to do and what the enemies are doing. And then you're going to have this Mercenary Riot Guard where you get that taunt up and start to protect the rest of the team. Alright, so let's look at their order in the placement. Mercenary Riot Guard I would put right at spot 1. As far as health, let's look at the health. I think Mercenary Soldier should go in the next spot right there because he has the 2nd most health and the 2nd most armor. He's going to be the tankiest. So I would put Mercenary Soldier right in this spot too. Karath is probably the next tankiest character. He's going to be in spot 3. Deadpool, I would put in spot 4. And in spot 5, the weakest guy, Mercenary Lieutenant, I would put him right over here. And that is what I would do for this mercenary team. This is not taking into account farmability or anything. So, like I said, once we get the event, I'm going to put some notes and some changes based on this event. Because maybe we don't even need a Mercenary Soldier. Maybe you just need some big single target damage, and then Mercenary Sniper would go in that spot, and then we would switch someone out for Deadpool. So based on right now, without knowing the event, that is who I would put on the team. Deadpool, Mercenary Lieutenant, Mercenary Soldier, Mercenary Riot Guard, and Karath the Pursuer. Alright guys, so let's go and take these guys into battle. I'm actually just gonna go into one of the campaign missions, into Nexus. And I'm gonna go to the real weak stage, unfortunately, because there's nobody in stage 2 I think would be appropriate, but there's nobody in stage 2 that I want to really waste my energy on. Gamora, I already have her at 7 stars, so the only real one that I would farm is Nebula. So let's go in and try to fight her. I think this is gonna be easy battle, unfortunately, but let's just kind of see how this team is working together. For me, the weak link on my team right now is Karath, just because I don't have him built up a lot. These guys are very, very weak. I don't think I have anybody over 5,000 except for Deadpool. But let's check them out. Let's see how these guys do. It's all based on theory crafting at this point, and it kind of still is, because this is such a weak team that we're going up against. Oh, we got Blackwood. Oh, so that's kind of cheating. Let me not even use your speed up right here. Which is weird, because Karath should have went first, unless I don't have his skills built up enough. Alright, so let's try to get slow on Karath. Let's get his... Oh, man, my Karath just doesn't have any focus. He's just very weak. And we got a huge grouping right here of a bunch of targets. Then we got Mercenary Lieutenant, giving everybody offense speed up. And I'm just going to go right in the middle here so we can hit everybody with this attack. Boom, and it did pretty good. Let's get a taunt up. And my guess is this is how the first level, at least, of the challenge is going to be. I wish I could skip this Black Widow turn. But let's go with that. And let's use it on this guy right here. And my Karath's so weak that he's not even taking out the first guy right here. And then this is a big attack. This should be done right here. Anyway, that was the battle. Probably not a very good example. Let's just go in and see if we could take it a little higher level and see what happens with this team. Let's go to someone in level 2. There's nobody really good to farm here. I don't really need any of these, but yeah, I got a bunch of them. So I don't know. Is there any gear I want? Not really. Screw it. Let's go for Nebula. I could use those shards on the dude. All right. So this team's a little tougher. A lot of Kree there, and hopefully we don't have Black Widow in this team helping us out. Oh. And we're back in the battle. Alright, so we got a bunch more enemies here. So who is the big threat on their team? Oh, we have another helper right here. So probably not the best example of this team. Let's there's a lot of threats here. Not the cyborg. Let's just focus on this grouping right here. Actually, no, I'll just go after Karath. Alright, so now he's field blocked. And I think we can get a big chain up here, so let's do it now. The chain didn't come back. Alright. So here's another, let's go back to this grouping right here. Oh, we can't because he had the taunt up. We have no way to remove that. So this is where I think the help from, what is his name? This is where I think that help from Mercenary Soldier is helping, because he has the adjacent target damage. We just don't have any way to remove taunt with this team. So any kind of person like Kree, Royal Guard is going to affect this team. So let's try to kill him. Nope, doesn't work. My Karath is just so weak, doesn't really do anything. I'm not going to use that move because I don't want it to be a Kree Royal Guard. And there goes, who was that? That was my Mercenary Riot Guard that just got killed. Alright, so attack. I still want to focus on this grouping here. So let's go and let's get this guy right here. Kree Cyborg. He's next to a bunch of targets. I probably should have went on Kree Reaper right there, but I picked the wrong target. Alright, so I think we'll take him out now. And there's 7 enemies left. Let's see if we can beat these guys before the time runs out. Alright, what is this? 3 out of 4. I'm not sure if we're going to beat all of these guys, but just to kind of give you example seeing these guys in action. Ronin with a heal. And let me shift back to the middle to get more adjacent damage. Playing with the offense. Uh-oh, they're going after. So let's finish off the cyborg here. Just give the odds a little better in our favor. And I think this is a stronger grouping just because Ronin's there. So let's start working on this side right here. Oh, and that's the battle right there. So we ended up winning. We didn't get a 3-star in this because Mercenary Riot Guard was there. I didn't use any of her skills. Not that I remember. Maybe I did. I don't know. But that's it. That's the team in battle. So let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you think this is the best possible team with just mercenaries. Oh, where's their mercenaries? There they are. Okay, so let me know if you think this is the best possible team. Let me know who you would replace Deadpool for. One of these guys, Bullseye or Mercenary Sniper. And love to hear from you. Love to hear your comments, even the ones that don't agree with me all the time. But make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the notification button so you get notified every time I do a new video. I will see you guys next time. What you gonna do, brother, when Valley runs wild over you? Valley Flying out.